Hi everyone, in this video we are going to talk about 20 things that you can start doing today to improve the quality of your life without spending a penny. The other day I went grocery shopping and to fill this tiny jute bag it cost around £40, which is the equivalent of $50. And it just got me thinking, how on earth are families of 4 or 5 coping with such high prices? If you are on a fixed salary, there's only so much you can do to improve your life, maybe make yourself a little bit happier without increasing your spending. And so that is what we're going to focus on in this video. Reframe your morning, speak into your day. How you start your morning really shapes the rest of your day. If your mornings are chaotic, you end up being rushed, grumpy, and tired at work. But a nice, soft start to the morning, maybe take 5 minutes to speak positively into your day, or say a prayer or some positive affirmations, or maybe even start with a glass of water and some lemon. All these seemingly insignificant things can really start positive momentum that carries through into the rest of your day. Say no without the guilt of having to explain yourself. Say no to toxic individuals. Say no to aggravating situations. Say no to selfish individuals. Say no to unreasonable work demands and make sure you document them. Value your time and your peace of mind. Saying no to something is saying yes to something else that you value even more. I remember watching a skit during the pandemic. A boss had asked his worker to come in during the weekend, and the worker turned to him and said, "Sure, I can do that, but I'm going to be late." And the boss says, "What time do you think you're going to be in?" The man turned to the boss and said, Monday. Listen to music over the news sometimes. I understand that keeping up with the news is pseudo-important for updates. But on some days, it is totally worth swapping the news for music that just brings a smile to your face and brings you calm that does a lot more for your well-being than listening to negative news all day long. Move your body. Dance like nobody is watching. This is a form of mental detox. Use that item that you've been saving for a special occasion. Years ago, I was having a conversation with my aunt's best friend, and she was talking about entertaining, i.e. entertaining guests. And she made a comment. She said, "I bring out my best china every single evening to serve my family." And she totally read my mind because she saw the look on my face. And she said something that left an imprint in my mind ever since that day. She said, "Why would I hoard my best china for friends that I might see once or twice a year and use my basic plates and cutlery to serve my family?" If you are someone who saves things for a special occasion, you definitely will understand this point. I have material possessions that I purchased years ago and I was saving for a special occasion. And sadly, some of these items are now obsolete and some of the clothes still have their tags on them. We have a wardrobe full of clothes we haven't worn and items in our households that we haven't utilized. Stop waiting for a special occasion. This is your life. It deserves comfort. It deserves beauty. Don't wait until your mind or your body is too tired to enjoy these things. Do some gentle stretches for 10 minutes every day, preferably first thing in the morning, because this can help release tension and reduce aches. And as you do this, take some deep breaths in and out, because this can help calm your mind and relax your body. Drink a decent amount of water every day. If you do this in the morning, it can help to rehydrate your body after sleep, and it can also help to kickstart digestion. And of course, your skin will love it because staying hydrated is really healthy for the skin. It flushes out toxins, and it's one of the easiest ways to enhance your physical well-being. I drink 2 liters of water a day, and I noticed that I now reach for fizzy drinks or soft drinks a lot less. And I also noticed that the byproducts from my kidney is a lot clearer and it looks a lot healthier. Opening your window first thing in the morning as you're getting ready for work, but remember to shut them, or maybe throughout the day if you work from home, is so great. The ventilation that comes into your home as well as your lungs, hearing nature in form of the birds or trees swinging, instantly props up your mood. Every night, I've made a ritual to go to my window, and for about 5 minutes, I'm breathing in and out, I'm taking in the beautiful scenery at night, I'm looking at the stars, and I'm saying, "Thank you, God." And no matter how my day has gone, this one act improves the state of my mind as I retire for the night. Unfollow any content that makes you feel that you're behind or makes you feel sad. This could be YouTube channels, it could be podcasts, or it could be social media influencers. It could also be a friend or a family member. put a distance between yourself and that individual. Because while you are in deep thought or sadness over how they make you feel, they may not even be aware of your feelings. One of the best things you can do for yourself in this situation is to protect your heart and your mental space. Create your to-do list the night before. This works wonders, especially for those who aren't in the 9 to 5 where your day is pretty much pre-planned. Spending 10 minutes doing this the night before ensures that you don't spend too much of your morning planning your day and your morning doesn't end up being wasted or slow. And it's also an amazing feeling when you get to cross things off your to-do list. Set a bedtime alarm on your phone. One of the simplest yet powerful things that can really improve the quality of your life and maybe improve your happiness level is getting enough rest. For some people, that might mean sleeping a little bit longer. And so setting a reminder on your phone ensures that you get into bed at a reasonable hour. It's so easy to overlook just how much a consistent sleeping pattern can affect your mood, your focus, and your energy level. But by setting a reminder on your phone, you are creating for yourself a gentle cue or a gentle reminder to start winding down for the day. Over time, this small action reminds your body to relax at the same time every night, possibly leading to better sleep, a clearer morning, and a calmer mind. Enable grayscale on your phone. I started doing this a year ago, and I can definitely attest that it works wonders. Why is this? Social media apps are designed to grab your attention with the bright, stimulating colors. And when you remove color, this actually sends a signal to your brain, which makes these apps less visually appealing and less addictive. It's a small change, but it can really lead to buying back some of the hours of your day from mindless scrolling. You don't always have to immediately respond to messages, emails, or calls. Give your mind the space it needs to focus deeply and work without constant distraction. This can really go a long way in reducing the stress of urgency. Everything seems to be urgent. By resisting the impulse to react immediately, it actually creates some room for intentional thought and better decision making. Be quick to listen, slow to anger, and to losing your temper. This one is actually from the Bible. It's from James 1:19. You cannot control what other people do, but you can control how it affects you. Nobody can make you angry. They can try, and they certainly will every now and then, but you have full control over your reaction. When people are harsh or rude or just downright wrong in the way they treat you, remember that most of the time it has absolutely nothing to do with you. They might be having a bad day or may have interpreted information incorrectly. And even though it is not an excuse for bad behavior, there's something so powerful about rising above it and exhibiting emotional maturity. Look presentable every day, even when you're not going out. Now, I'm not talking about spending a heap of money on luxury or designer items. No. I'm talking about getting up, taking a shower, washing your hair, putting on a nice, clean, pressed outfit, moisturizing, and looking nice for yourself. This is exactly why when you are unwell and you've been in bed in the same clothes for maybe hours or days, you kind of feel even worse. You feel very tired. You might feel down or even more ill. But the minute you are able to conjure up some energy, get up, take a shower, you feel refreshed and even somewhat better. The way you present can definitely affect your mood. Now, this is a small change that can make a massive difference to your days and by extension, your life. Write down 3 tasks that you've been putting off and 3 reasons why you are afraid to start them. Most times, it's because you think the task is difficult, it's boring, or it may take an extended period of time. One tip that really helps is setting up your space with everything you need to get started. A notebook, a calculator, some pens, textbooks, documents, your laptop, your phone, and a charger. Set up your space in such a way that all that remains for you is for you to sit and start. Another tip is do this the night before. So don't start on the day that you set up your space. Leave it till the next day. Seeing everything nicely laid out and waiting for you acts as a psychological impetus to at least sit down and start putting pen to paper. If you're still in the educational phase of your life or perhaps studying for a professional exam, give this one a try. See how you do. Refresh the smell of your space. I personally love essential oils and I'm constantly recreating the smells from a spa in my own home. And you can freshen up the smell of your space by simply cleaning, using cleaning products, or maybe even boiling some fruits, oranges or cinnamon or even mint leaves, and these can double as delicious teas. It's hard to walk into a space that smells so fresh without it uplifting your mood instantly. Delete files and downloaded documents or apps that no longer serve you. And don't forget to clean out your recycling bin as well. The simple act of digital decluttering not only creates space on your devices, it reduces distractions and also helps you locate the apps or the documents that you use more frequently a lot easier. Not having enough space on your device can be incredibly stressful, especially when you need to review or open an important document. Separate your workspace from your living space if you work from home. If you have enough space or an additional room in your house, this is a game changer. Have a corner or maybe a room in your house that is purely dedicated to work. Separating these two spaces can create a physical as well as a psychological separation between your professional and your personal life. And it also makes it easier to switch from work mode to relaxation mode. If you constantly have your laptop in front of you whilst you're watching TV or in the kitchen or maybe even in bed, those lines become very blurred. During the time that you've dedicated to your employer, by all means, work hard, work very hard. But after that, switch off, switch over, and enjoy the fruits of your hard work. This next point might be very challenging for some individuals, but take help where it is offered. Busy moms and dads, leave the children with grandpa and grandma or aunties and uncles for a few hours every week, but if that's pushing it, maybe a few hours every month. If you've been offered help, take it. Take some time for yourself to sleep, to relax, to recharge, enjoy some peace and quiet. Now that school is out and summer holidays are here, I've been babysitting my 6-year-old nephew as well as my 7-month-old niece. And I'm doing this to give my sister a little bit of a break, a little bit of me time, and I've absolutely enjoyed every moment of it. We've made paper objects, we've read at night, we've gone walking in the park, we've had pizza, we've had bubble tea. My nephew has bossed me around a little bit, respectfully of course, but it really just melts my heart and it brings such a smile to my face. And so even though I'm doing this for my sister to give her a little bit of a break, it isn't completely altruistic because it's also increasing my level of happiness. So moms and dads, please take the help when it is offered. Take time to enjoy the scenery when you're out. Don't bury yourself in your phone. Fall in love with your city or your town again. Smile at a stranger and say hello. Yours might be the only hello or the only friendly face they see all day. And you will be amazed as to how many things you didn't notice before because you're constantly with your head down. I've had to retrain my mind and my body to practice some of these things. Slowing down, being thankful, and romanticizing my actual life as opposed to the life I hope to have in the future. Reminding myself that life is so short and every single day that goes by, I cannot get back. And these things, as insignificant as they might seem, are small things that don't cost a penny, but they can significantly improve how you feel about your life. And yes, we want to make money, we want to live comfortably, but in the meantime, we also want to enjoy that journey. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.